when someone tells us how they have made money from a smaller investment and that money returns to them a larger investment, people around them always say, how did you do it? And I wish I could do it. That's just the natural thing. It truly is. So I see Mr. Delco, he is on here. Mr. Delco, did you want to kick this off? This is only going to be an hour for me, everybody. That's how I roll. It's an hour. I'm on and off. So, Mr. Delco, did you want to come on in? Welcome back. Welcome back safely. Thank goodness you and your family are safe back here. Would you like to say a few opening words before I begin?
I would, but only if my signal is good. Just getting back from the airport. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Okay, I want to actually give my testimonial. So can we start with my testimonial?
Absolutely, we can.
Man, listen. Okay, so folks, I got my Metaverse certificate. I've got about $200,000 worth of Metaverse certificates. I know that the compound rate is somewhere between 4 and 6x my money. So I'm looking at over millions of dollars in 18 months. But here's the one that's most important. I got my Harris certificate for $60,000. In 6 weeks, because of the bonus and the compounding, my certificate is worth over $84,000. Back to you, Miss Abram. Great idea tonight. Can't wait to hear the other success stories. This is beautiful. Back to you.
I have to back you up just a moment. Can you repeat how much your money has made you? Has just come back and say, here you go. How much was that again?
Yeah, I need to go back in and calculate all of the certificates and how much I've earned to this date. But my Harris certificate, I started with $60,000. Because I took advantage of the current promotional bonus at 100% of that bonus, today that certificate is worth $84,000. That's $24,000 increase in 6 weeks, folks.
Oh, that's all he has to say. See, and this is what I'm talking about. He doesn't have to break out a spreadsheet. He doesn't have to know all of the ins and the outs at the introductory level, at the level that we're introducing this to people. All he has done, and it's got me so fired up, I wished I had the Hera, okay? He just went back and told his personal story. That was it. And he did it in less than 30 seconds. That's the lesson we're gonna learn tonight. I have one of the leaders, I'm privileged, please, she's in my downline. She was actually the first person on our team to get a Hera. That Hera, woo, it's the sweet spot. But she had a strategy with her purchase. She had a goal in mind. Miss Linda Lance, can you come on here and tell your quick testimonial, please?
Good evening, Wealth Builders. Thank you so much for having me, Miss Abram. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited because I just withdrew a few minutes ago from my Harris certificate. So the strategy I used actually was I got it from Mr. Charles White, where I had a practical application where I needed some extra money to help my mother is aged and has some health challenges. I had 2 bills I wanted to pay down on, and I also had a disabled brother. So with these, so that was my own practical application that I used to actually, now withdrawing with the Hera weekly, I actually have much more than I needed to meet all I have extra. And I've been helping other people because I have much more than I needed. And it is phenomenal. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I'm so glad I got that one.
Yes. Now, I wanted to, before I let you go, because that in itself, you're giving us the experience of what your certificate is doing for you withdrawing it. How many people it's helping. Now, is Harry your only certificate that you have?
No.
You have a multitude of
yes, I have. I feel like I'm right under Mr. Delco. I have a few certificates, but that's the one that I'm only withdrawing from.
So the beautiful thing is you're still compounding, you're still building your network, and this Hera is still compounding because you're only withdrawing the weekly.
Yes.
The 4.15%.
Yes.
So that is phenomenal. And I do know when you shared with your sister and you told your sister just one or two of the bills you were going to pay off, not using the money out of your pocket, but using your your reward money. What did your sister say to you?
Oh, my sister said I gave her the information and she hurried up and got her own certificate.
She did.
Yes.
She got her own certificate. She said, well, Linda, I want to do what you're doing. And
Yes.
then when she got her own and she started compounding her own, she's looking at another one.
Another one. Yes.
Thank you so much, Linda Lance, for sharing your testimonial. It is phenomenal, and I'm so happy. How do you feel every time you push that compound button? How do you feel?
Goodness. Empowered. I feel like truly, for once in my life, that I feel that my money is actually working for me, and me not working for it. It's really working for me.
Thank you so much. Miss Williams, if you can help me, I've tried a couple of times, or Miss Glaspie, can you bring Miss Maxine Jones up to the panelists, please? I'm trying to pull her in, but somehow she keeps falling out. Thank you so much, Miss Lance, for sharing with us today. So that's what we're talking about. Sharing your example, sharing your excitement, sharing what you are doing. That's what's going to be the actual component that's going to make you really duplicate. Okay. I think she fell right. There you are. Mrs. Maxine Jones, can you give me your quick 30-second testimonial?
Yes, Ms. Abram, thank you for hosting this tonight. Again, my name is Maxine Jones. I wanted to speak about the compounding. My money has gone to work for me. In the past 5 weeks, I have a Hermes. I have actually a few, but the one that I did at the very beginning, I have already earned $234.14. And I am truly excited. It's empowering and a feeling of accomplishment because I am controlling my own money. And when I hit that button, oh my goodness, that's my vehicle, Mr. Abram, my vehicle for building wealth. So keep your dreams for your family, your desires for your family, because these certificates are going to afford you those dreams and those desires.
And before I let you go, what do you want to do? What's your goal for your compounding at the end of that 18 months? What do you want to do?
I'm going to do a brand new bathroom for the master bedroom. That is going to accomplish that for me. And I just can't wait. I look at it every month and every week, and I press that button and press that button. I get excited. I now have all three of them on the same date, and I press and press and press. So I am truly excited about it. This is the best thing ever.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Jones. Thank you for your testimony. We have 2 hands raised. I have Shelby Casey Thompson. I have Sunshine Reggae. If we could please bring these 2 wonderful leaders on, so that, and then we've got Sherby Watkins. So if we can start pulling them on, Miss Glaspie and also Miss Williams. And then thank you so much, Mrs. Jones. And then you can let the others back off into attending once they're done. Sunshine Reggae, can you please tell us your 30-second testimonial? You are still muted.
Oh, was that me?
What I'll do is, why don't I go to Shelby Casey Thompson, Sunshine, while you still are unmuting yourself. There you go. There you go. Now you're unmuted. We would love to hear your testimonial. If you're in a position to turn your camera on, that would be phenomenal, because this is being recorded. And I'm going to tell you, wasn't it exciting to see Miss Land's face and Mrs. Jones' face as they're telling their testimonial? It moves people. But if you can't, I completely understand.
I'm on. Every time you put me to show up, I'm on.
All right. Okay. Can you tell us your 30-second testimonial?
Oh, my testimony is this. When I first was in a position to purchase a Hermes, I did it. And the feeling is the same as the feeling of everyone. Wow. It was like, finally, I know I'm in the right place. Working with systems and family and members growing, teaching, and sharing, because that's the first step, is being in position and taking a leap of faith to work it out. I'm just happy. That's
Well,
all I can say, guys.
thank you so much. Thank
I
you for
love you.
sharing your testimonial. Shelby Casey Thompson, would you like to share your testimonial?
Thank you, Ms. Abram. Unfortunately, I'm not able to turn on the camera
Okay.
tonight, but thank you so much. My first Hermes that I got, I was super excited about it because I got it for my son. He's 9 years old, and the plan is for me to continue every 18 months to get a bigger certificate and a bigger certificate and a bigger certificate for the next 6 years, so that when he is 17 years old and makes a decision about what he wants to do with his life, he will be able to either pay for college or put a down payment on a house or start his own business, whatever his plan is. And so I'm super excited about the opportunity that I can fund his future.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm telling you, when we can start to share for our family members, I don't know if you caught this, everyone. See, he is 9, so he can't have his own GSPartners account, right? But we can have multiple certificates in our own accounts. So you earmark them, you know, this grandchild, that grandchild, this child of ours, that child of ours, and you keep them running in your account. Miss Sherby Watkins, please, what is your testimonial tonight?
My testimony, I always do mine on Sunday, and I just did it at 9 o'clock. Excited about doing it every time, every week. I don't want to withdraw anything. It's a savings. It's just like out of mind, out of sight. I'm fine. So, so that's where I'm at. So I end up doing 2 tonight. End up with 47.42% on both of the accounts. So, and this is my 8th week.
So if you took the 4750 times that by 8, and that's telling you how much your money has returned. It's worked for you and it's given you a return. Now, Look, I didn't do that math in advance, and I'm not even going to pretend. No, well, please. But if you did the math, and just by you saying in 8 weeks, I have a vehicle where my money is worth for me, and in only 8 short weeks, because your back office is telling you how I made X number, what that should be. You tell a person the amount that it's made you. Somebody put it in the chat, 4150 times 8. They're going to look at you and they're going to say, wait a minute, Sherby, what kind of vehicle is your money in? Because my money is not returning me those kinds of returns in only 300. Well, it's not quite $38,000, $332 in just 8 weeks. You just at the beginning. See, that's the story. Those are the stories. You tell your own personal story and see her excitement. Did you see the excitement on her face when she was telling it? That's the same excitement she's going to have on her face when she's sharing it with her friends, her family, her loved ones, her prospects, and they are going to feel it, and they're going to want to get involved with that. Thank you so much, Ms. Watkins, for your testimonial. I have a 88 deep. I'll go from there. Can you go ahead and give your testimonial? Your mic is unmuted. It's JTIPTO 88 deep. Your mic is unmuted, but we cannot hear you. Okay, so maybe there's a problem with your mic. We have Marie Stafford. If Marie Stafford can be brought forward. Marie, we would love to hear your 30-second testimonial, please.
Thank you. Bless you, Miss Amber. Thank you. Okay, let's go. I went to go get my certificate and I went to the bank and they was giving me a hard time with withdrawing my money. Finally, I withdrew and I ran to the store to put the money on the card. They said, your card is canceled. So I thought quickly, I put it on another card. I went home, I put it on the card. I went and put it on the card and was in my back office. It got to 99.9. I called Mr. Delco, saved me. I got out of it and I got to 100%. I pressed and withdraw yesterday and it feels so good. And I wanted to rain down on me some more. Do it again. Thank you.
So you're saying you are compounding and you're so excited about that.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that excitement with us this evening. Now we do have JTIPTO88 Deep raised his hand again. Hopefully we can hear you. Hopefully your mic is able to be unmuted. Your mic is muted. You can unmute it yourself on your phone. And please, if you want to comment, you want to give a testimonial, raise your hand so we can bring you forward. So go ahead and unmute. Let's see. Try to unmute yourself. All right, I don't see it unmuting. We also have Celeste Taylor Karina. Can we bring her forward? Her hand is raised. Hello, you can unmute yourself now, Celeste.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Awesome. I'm so excited. This is my 4th week in running, and I have a Hermes that I purchased, and I have had the pleasure of compounding that today. So I'm at 25% increase as well. And wonderful things have happened. My husband also purchased an Artemis, and then because we had 3 wonderful people join and purchase their certificates during the promotion, I received a free Hermes. But wait, it gets better. I loaded it with house money that I earned from other people coming in and being able to, enjoy a profit from that referral. I called up Mr. Best and I'm going, Mr. Best, there's money sitting here that I don't know where it came from. He said, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and load that certificate. And it was like, we just earned $2,000. Like,
yes.
Just like that.
Yes.
So
and
that
you
was,
got a free Hermes.
You're right. That's why I call that we earned $2,000.
There we go. Because you didn't have to pay the $1,000 to get it. And
Correct.
with commissions, you were able to fill it.
Absolutely.
Now, what I love about your testimonial here is we had Ms. Lance talking about the withdrawal aspect and how she felt. We have other leaders that were on talking about the compounding and how it makes them feel. How did it make you feel, other than wondering where did it come from? But how did it make you feel filling that certificate and you didn't have to come out of pocket anything?
That was the most joyful moment. I was screaming on the phone. I had Mr. Best on the phone. I'm like, I am loading the certificate. I've got my husband on the other line. I'm like, sweetie, you don't understand. I'm loading it. We don't have to go out of pocket. This is house money. This is free money. I felt like I have experienced a taste of freedom, because this is more savings, more that we didn't have to purchase, that was gifted to us, and the money was sitting there waiting for it. It was like money chasing me down that was waiting to load up a certificate. So now we're waiting for the next period to come around so we can get another one, because it's just absolutely amazing to me.
Thank you so much. And what I want everyone to know, listen, you may be a little financially challenged. Okay, I don't want to put no negative words out there, I'm going to just say financially challenged right now. But you heard the stories that we're giving you. We're giving you people's stories that you can go out, you can hit the ground running, and you can share with individuals, work with your upline, work with your leader. If you bring on 3 people that get a package, it could be an Artemis, and somebody brings on a Hermes. You get a free Hermes. You get a free package, a free certificate. So that's going to save you that $1,000 right there. And you keep sharing. You keep sharing and sharing. Not only did you get the free package, but now you're going to have commissions to fill it. And you thought you were financially challenged, but we have a system here that as long as you're opening your mouth and helping people get what they want, you're going to get what you need. Miss Nikki Knox, we see you here. Come on and tell your testimony.
Oh man. Woo, listen, I acquired an Aphrodite, I acquired a Hermes, and I acquired 2 Artemises in my junior accounts, and I got a free Aphrodite. And then with all the commissions, because I got those on discount because I got paid for when I did them, I got 2 more Artemises, and then another person in my downline got a free Hermes, and I was able to fill that free Hermes and that free Aphrodite with commissions. Like, where else do you do that at? Like, and I was able to compound and see that money. Man, Miss Shirley, I can't talk no more. That's better than better. Yes.
That's better than better. And then once you're able to start compounding, wow, your money is working for you, and you never had to truly come out of, well, you came out of pocket for a few, but the ones that you acquired and that you got for free, those are phenomenal, and they were filled with commissions. Thank you so much for that testimonial. We have Mr. Ontario Smalls, the second or 2 on the line. What is your phenomenal testimonial?
Hi, Ms. Sheila Abram, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Listen, I just wanted to share, I have multiple certificates myself, but I want to share a testimony for a very good friend and mentor of mine who purchased a total of $200,000 worth of certificates just about a week and a half ago. Now, what he decided to do is he purchased a Herrera for his wife and a Herrera for his daughter, and had some Artemises that were mixed in there as well. But what that did for him, it got him 2 free Herrera certificates. And so over the week and a half that these certificates have been accumulating rewards, today was his compound day. And so when we went to compound for him and his Herreras as well as their accounts, there was $6,000 of rewards that's been earned just in the first week and a half, close to 2 weeks of him having those certificates. Mind you, the $200,000 has been at a bank in South Carolina for quite some time, that over the course of the entire year would have only earned him $2,000 for the entire year. But in just 1.5 weeks, he's already brought into his family through Metaverse certificates about $6,000. And guess what? He's made a decision to the first 2 weeks of one of those hair certificates that was gifted to him to purchase a Hermes certificate with the first 2 weeks of one of those certificates and compound all the rest. So I'm very excited for them. These are phenomenal certificates, the vehicle that we actually have in our hands. And we want to encourage those that are listening, this opportunity is available for you as well.
I have one question for you before you go. He compounded for the first time today.
Yes.
Can you tell us what expression, you may not have been with him personally, but you're probably on Zoom. What expression or emotion did he express after compounding?
Well, I mean, it was very amazing. We were actually on Zoom together, and this was his wife's first time being on a Zoom with us, conversating. And he was literally blown away in the sense of the comparison between what he had been earning for the entire year and what he had earned just in a 6-week period. It got so exciting with his wife eavesdropping that she is making a decision this week to move some money from another account that she's been losing for the past few years as well. So his excitement turned into excitement for her. as well. So these are very exciting times.
Thank you so much. And that example right there, everyone, that brings home what I was saying, and which is why I was asking Mr. Smalls, what was his emotion? What was his feeling? Because what we have to start telling the people that we are opening up the world to these certificates, and we're helping them. Don't we all have to help them compound that first time, possibly that second time? I pretty much insist that I am there walking through that person through that first compound, because what I tell them, we talk about their feelings and their emotions. And then I let them know, you know how you feeling right now? I want you to put a piece of paper down. Can you write down 3 names of people that you know right now that would love the same excitement or want to feel the same way you do right now? We have to start kicking people into duplication mode. Duplication mode is telling your story. Your story is, his story is, my goodness, how he feels and what he got for free in this system. What a phenomenal story. Wow. Jesse Tipton, you are here. Let's hear your testimony.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I got started in August of this year, August 31st, and I've compounded 7 times. And when I did it, I had my cousin who had put $10, $15, $20,000 into an account at a bank, and he was talking about it's been sitting there for about 2 years, and he's only got about $200. So when I showed him this, immediately he said, I'm gonna withdraw this money, and I'm gonna put it in there and see how it goes. He's in the process of withdrawing about $25,000 out of his CDs and looking at getting Apollo and an Alpha. And I'm like, man, you just don't know what this is going to do for your life. I bought 4 certificates, and I can already see it. My wife, she's even looking deeper into it because she realized that this looked really, really good. If this is true and this is making you this kind of money, then we're losing money over here. So we need to look at how we can take some of this money we got sitting and it's not doing anything to get to a point where we can see, are we leaving tomorrow morning to go to Cancun? And I said, these are the kind of trips we could be taking more frequently if you just listen to me and let's get this done. And it's our money, but I don't force my wife.
Yes, exactly.
I want her to see it and know that, I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for us.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the beautiful thing about the certificates. I want you to think about how much is it costing you to go to Cancun. This is money you're going to spend out of pocket and just enjoy yourself. But now, see, you have the knowledge. You're going to come back and you're going to say, now, which certificate could pay for Cancun and I won't have to pay for Cancun? See, now you look for ways to say, how can I now get a certificate that's going to give me what I want for 18 months from now? Or even depending on the certificate, when you withdraw the weekly, it can get you some of the things that you want. That's what's phenomenal. So thank you so much for coming in, and enjoy yourself. Be safe. We have Sharon Vicks. We would love to hear your testimonial.
Good evening, Miss Abram. Thank you for accepting my call. I have a hero story. One of my girlfriends signed up back in December of 2020, and she never really got started. So I attended a wedding at home in New Orleans, and she was there with her husband. And we were talking to him, and he was asking about the business, and my husband mentioned to him about the Metaverse certificates. So he said, well, I'm interested in that. So of course we got together and we had Mr. Delco to do a 3-way for us. Well, the wife was looking at the 25,000 and he was looking at the 60,000 because he is a criminal attorney, and he said his heart is not going to be able to withstand any more of this. So he's looking to make sure his family is taken care of if something should happen to him, or if when he retires. Well, 2 weeks ago, they bought their Hera. Because they bought a Hera and two other of my people bought Hermes, I was gifted a Hera. Well, today, Dr. Best sent out a text saying that there was going to be a How the Metaverse Works at 6 o'clock. Well, I sent it to he and his wife. Well, they both got on and listened. Before the call was over, they called me to get the broker's name again and phone number because now they're getting 3 certificates in their kids' account so that they can get the free before the 15th. So
And-
that's my Metaverse certificate story.
And for just a point of reference, you said they called to get the broker's number. I'm assuming you mean the individual that helps us move large amounts of crypto into our GSPartners account, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So no one could be confused as to what broker she's talking about. Get back to one of your leaders. Mr. Michael Delco knows there are not a number of other leaders. I think Tanisha Glaspie has the information. Sherry Brown has it. We have a phenomenal person that for large amounts of crypto, he's fast, he's professional. We've used him a number of times in our downline, our team. So thank you so much. What a phenomenal testimonial. Now we have Rashida One. We would love to hear your testimony.
Good evening, Sister Sheila. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on. I have a large family. I started my networking business and I'm trying. But I had promised my family, my children, that I was going to make them free. This is the easy and the quick button for that. I'm working my business, but I'm being a product of the product, like Mr. Dalco said. The product of the product is getting you financially free. Should you wish to compound all the way to the end, following the Wealth Builder strategy. And that's what I plan on doing with 3 Hermes certificates in our family. And I do plan on getting more. I'm planning on getting free. I'm going to keep my promise to my children. That's my story.
And look, your story is a phenomenal story about what you want to accomplish in your family. So people that know you, and they know how large your family is, when you start to share that you found a vehicle that's giving you a way out, they are going to say, what is it? They are going to say, what is it? So keep compounding, keep on doing it. Thank you so much for your testimonial. We have Daphne. We would love to hear your testimony. You're muted. You may need to unmute your mic. Your hand is raised. You're already here. You just need to unmute your mic. Hopefully, I could ask to unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go. We can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not even sure my hand was raised because I didn't see. But anyway, thank you so much for getting me on here. Since I'm on, I just wanted to say I actually had got 2 Hermes certificate. This is my 5th week now, and I'm been compounding. And so I've made over $400 and something already. So I just want to say I'm working it, and I didn't have to do anything much. Just press the button, and that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
And every time you press that button, what does it make you feel like?
Great, wonderful, awesome to know that I'm doing something to be free.
Thank you so much for sharing your testimonial. I'm not seeing a bunch of hands coming up. We are not going to belabor this. Look, we're going to be here to get your testimonial if you have it. But if we have all testimonials in from people that we want to share, then I want to tell you thank you, because someone hearing this replay, someone hearing it is going to, if they don't have a story, you've just given them a story to tell. You don't always have to tell your story. You can tell the story of someone else, because we're all here. Oh, we have Danny. Danny raised his hands. We are here and we're leaders that they can see. And we have Nate Hines raised his hand. Great. We have leaders that they can see, they'll see them weekly. So that definitely builds that credibility. That's why you want to use our structures that we have in place with the introductions and the different exposures. Danny, James?
James.
James.
Yeah, with an N, Janes.
James. Okay, we would love your testimonial.
Whew. Well, family, this is amazing. These certificates. I mean, I have a lot of the certificates, the old ones, but I mean the new ones. I have 3 of them. I have a Hermes that's compounding. I mean, the feeling you get. I mean, I'm already starting to shake just thinking about it. I too have promised my kids that I will not give up. I've came from a really long road of dark sides, and here I am, winning the family. Anybody can do this. Just don't stop. I love you all.
I have one question for you before you go. You said just thinking about it, you're starting to shake a bit. Can you tell us why? Why? What feeling or why are you shaking when you think about it?
My dreams are coming true. My goals are being answered. Everything about this. I mean, like, I get emotional. I can't even talk about it. That's why I don't talk too much about it, because I can't. It eats me at the core.
Excellent.
And I'm not used to my core yet. But I love y'all, family. Don't miss out on this, guys. Woo.
Thank you so much for jumping in. We needed to hear your testimonial. Mr. Nate Hines, we would love to hear from you.
Good evening, Ms. Abrams. Good evening. How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. If I was any better, I would probably be a twin. I tell you, I'm so glad to just share not just my testimony about the Metaverse certificates, but my youngest brother. You know, I love his story. You know, and it almost gets me emotional when I think about it, because my youngest brother never been good at saving money. Never. You know, he went through some stuff. He ended up with a serious foot injury that left him, I mean, totally depleted, where it's almost like I became his ATM, because every time you turn around, he would call. But he had been watching for a while, and I told him, I said, you need to get you some money together, save your money. And he called me up one day, and he drove from Montgomery, Alabama to Huntsville. Instead of cash out me the money, he wanted to bring it to me. And he got him a Hermes certificate. And the reason he got that Hermes certificate, because he didn't see a way he was going to be able to retire. He didn't see a way he was going to be able to pay for his grandkids' college. He didn't see a way for anything. And when he got that Hermes certificate, you're talking about now he sees it, because every time he compounds, he calls me before he compounds his certificate. And he's excited because now he sees a bright future, where versus before he being 50 years old, I don't have another 50 years to try to save my money. Exactly. So you talk about compressing time, and this certificate is a 6 year or less to financial freedom. And that's what I'm excited for. You know, myself, I got grandkids. And I'm that gentleman that says all the time, my wife and I, our goal is to have our pictures above the fireplace for legacy. And being able to come in here to get these Metaverse certificates, because I was at a meeting in Atlanta several years ago, and top financial advisor, this guy is a financial advisor for some top athletes and everything. And he made a statement: if you want to know how much money you need to have coming in per month, what you need to do, if it's $5,000 a month, if it's $10,000 a month, multiply that number by 200. And it lets you know how much money you got to have saved up in order to retire. I was going to be short. So these Metaverse certificates allowed me, a gentleman who just turned 54, to compress time. Instead of being on a treadmill and running until I die, I'm talking about now, not just me being able to retire in the lifestyle that I truly want to have, not cutting back, but I always said I want to be that granddaddy that had the Corvette. I want to be the granddaddy that drove the Porsche. I want to be the granddaddy, not the granddaddy with the Hyundai, not the granddaddy with a car with one window that won't roll down good, I want to be the one that goes out and buy grandbabies their 16th birthday BMW. That's the granddad I want to be. And these Metaverse certificates, us compound them, because I have the Hera, and a matter of fact, I'm about to get another Hera and a free Hera. So
Wow.
we packing them up over here in the Hines household. So thank you, Ms. April, for letting me share.
Thank you so much for that testimonial. And I tell you, granddaddy with a Porsche, granddaddy's not going to be able to get in and out of that Porsche for too long. Because I'm a grandmama and I can't get in and out of a Porsche. But that's just a joke.
Porsche SUV.
That's right, SUV. All right, we have Dr. Ty Best. Dr. Ty Best has his hand raised. I know I should tell you, Dr. Best, we do it 30 seconds, so we'll give you 30 minutes. Yeah.
I was doing my best not to say anything, but this is such an exciting call, Ms. Abram. Good evening to you and the entire Wealth Builders family. I felt I would be, if I didn't contribute to this call in some way, I'll be hurting the call, because you guys have done a tremendous job. I love the stories. I say all the time, the stories tell and facts tell. Stories sell and facts tell. My story, real simple, is that in my 38 years, this is the only product I've ever been involved in where the product can make you rich. The product can make you rich. This is not a lotion, potion, or pill. This Metaverse certificate, these Metaverse certificates, most incredible product I've ever been exposed to in 38 years. And I believe it is the product of the century for those who are looking for financial independence. And yes, story one, I have a significant amount of Metaverse certificates. In fact, I've acquired over $100,000 of certificates in the first 5 weeks. My numbers man, Mr. Mike Johnson, I asked him one day, what do you think that's worth? Because I didn't take time to try to analyze and figure out what it meant. He made it very clear. He said, you've acquired in 18 months, it'd be worth over $2,344,414. And that was before the get 3, get 1 free program. And since then, by the way, I've gotten 2 Apollos for free. This program is incredible. Now, for those on the individual level, you won't find a better situation what you have right here to create financial for the average person. Now, on a greater mission statement, I want to make this. For those who've been around me, I've been talking about closing the wealth gap for God knows 20 years. Now, I've always believed that networking was a way to close the wealth gap between the haves and the have-nots. Folks, we're not talking about it anymore. We're doing it. Last month, $4 million of certificates were saved, Ms. Abram. I went to my numbers guy again, Mr. Mike Johnson. I said, Mike, can you put together some numbers to what that means as far as affecting this wealth gap? What would that mean 18, 19 months from now as far as net worth? And he made it very clear. He said, Tyron, that's over $100 million. Well, the exact number was a little about 98. I'm extrapolating a little bit. It was $98+ million from 1 month. Folks, this is the most incredible program you've been involved in. Consider yourself blessed for somebody to invite you on this call. Blessed you've already been involved. Blessed you've already been acquiring certificates. Thank everyone for contributing. Mr. Sheila Abram, what a wonderful idea. What a great call. Back to you.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to give credit where credit was due. Even though I've done a call like this before, it was Mrs. Sherry Brown that called me up yesterday because she's out of town and asked me would I do that platform here tonight. We have, let's see who's first. We have Greg McKay, then Don Christians, and then Michael DeBose.
Good evening. I don't want to say sister April. I don't know, it must be Sunday. Hey, just calling to just put my little 2 cents in here. I'm actually using a certificate to pay for a roof, one of the certificates, and got the Aphrodite to pay for a roof. Now, typically we would think, linear, we kind of like pay for the item and then we're broke. And you kind of talked about it earlier about the someone going on vacation to Cancun. Well, now I'm going to have this $5,000 pay for the roof. I'll still have my $5,000, and with the profit left over and paying for my roof, I'll still be able to get some more certificates. And so we've just employed our money to really paint the picture of our dreams that are just going to come true, all because we made a decision. Great call, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Greg McKay. You are muted, but we can't hear you. Perhaps Uh-oh.
I'm not sure if you're talking about me.
Oh, that's right. You know what? It was Greg McKay. Don Christians, over to you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I said the wrong name.
Okay, Mrs. Abrams, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm learning a lot. But I've also learned something from my children. Both of my children have not been in GSPartners before a month ago. One last month and one this month. Last month, I gave my daughter a Hermes certificate. She's so elated she joined, and she's got people under her that are coming in. She's on her way up to Virginia Beach this weekend. I mean, Tuesday. She'll be up there for the whole week. And she's going up there to network with her girlfriends, and several of them are very wealthy. They, in turn, are coming in. My son, I sat down with him and showed him everything that I had, and he says, I'm joining. This has put our family together, and they're making money on the side. She was so excited. Today was the first day that she compounded. I think it was last night she compounded, and she did it by herself, by the way. I tried to, but anyway, she knows what she's doing now, and she's getting ready to compound next Saturday with her girlfriends up in Virginia Beach. So, Mr. Best, watch out. She may take over that area. I have about 7 certificates, 5 of them I purchased and 2 that I received for helping other people get their Hermes and above. I'm just having fun, and I know what the future is coming for us. But involve your children. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And it's nothing but, I mean, it's wonderful. We do a lot for our family, but when our family comes in and they're like, hey, wait a minute, we see this, that feels so much better. Wow. Thanks for that story. Michael DeBose.
Hi, how's it going?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good. I just bought my certificate this week, and I'm really excited about this right here. And I was listening to a gentleman, a few minutes ago about his brother struggling, saving money and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my what I'll be receiving in my Social Security. And if I didn't get into this right here, I would have to live off of my Social Security. That's how I am with money. But I am thankful that I've got in touch with Albert Murray Jr. And I strongly believe that this is the way to go to make sure that I don't have to live like that after I retire.
Thank you so much for jumping in and wanting to share your senior story. That is so phenomenal. We love hearing that. Solero and then Gregory Williams. You can unmute yourself. Solero, you can unmute yourself. Okay, let's go to Gregory Williams. You can unmute yourself. There you go, Gregory.
Hello, I'm Gregory Williams. I don't have any certificate yet, but I'm planning to raise my money so I can get my certificates.
Because do you see yourself or your situation in one of these testimonials?
And all of them.
See? Just by here.
I've been around, Ms. Abram, I used to have with Sheila and Valerie.
Uh-huh.
And they told me, Valerie told me that she left the company. I said, well, why you didn't tell me? I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting on you trying to get my package. But see, what I know is it works.
Yes.
I watch people come out, I watch people go. But the ones that come and the new ones that come in, they're getting better and better and better. All I got to do is wait till I get my finance, and then I'm going to do the same thing.
Excellent.
And people see me grow, Ms. Abrams, they gonna say, well, he could do it, I can do it.
That's right. And I want to tell you this. I'm going to go to Mr. Michael Delco, but I want to tell you this, Mr. Williams.
Bring him back, please.
Okay, you bring him back. Mr. Williams, you are in my particular downline. I sponsored Valerie Smith. So just because she's gone, I'm here and I've been here and we are a massive team and we're ready to assist you. So definitely we have to find a way to exchange information, Mr. Williams. Are you on Facebook at all?
Miss Abram, okay, I'm trying to bring him back in. I have Gregory Williams' number. I will share that number with you, and I got to do something too because
go right on in there. Jump in.
I absolutely, Mr. Williams, unmute yourself and say hello to me. Let me hear your voice again.
I'm still here.
Yeah, listen, Gregory Williams has been with Wealth Builders 10 years, easy 10.
That's right.
That guy's been here all the Let's Go weekends. I mean, he's got all the trinkets. He's got all the boxes of all the packages of everything. And he's been a diehard gladiator, Mr. Gregory Williams. I must buy you a Hermes package.
Whoa.
I need you to reach out to me tonight, and I must get you a Hermes package. We're going to make up for some of the stuff you lost through this package right here. This package, I think Miss Monica Logan called it the Redeemer, or no, that was
the Redemption
Kim Warren.
package?
The Redemption package. Kim Warren called it Redemption package.
Yes.
We're going to get some get back tonight, Mr. Williams.
Wow.
I'm getting your Hermes package, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you know what? We're going to want to come back and we want to hear your compound story.
Oh, I'll have no problem
Yes.
giving it.
Yes. We want to hear how you feel the first time you compound and how you're sharing it with others. Wow. This has been a phenomenal call. We're reaching the top of the hour and I have this thing about getting off within an hour, but I want to tell you how powerful each and every one of you that raised your hand and that told your story. Look at what the emotion you invoked in Mr. Gregory Williams. Wow. And then look at the emotions that, I have Mr. Torvis. I have to definitely bring him. He's my last person. Mr. Torvis Gardner. I really want to hear your testimonial because I was going to tell one of your testimonial stories in closing. So can I hear your testimony?
You can hear my testimony. My father passed away July 21st. He had a $10,000 CD. Since 2008, when that brother told me it wasn't worth nothing. So we're not doing CDs or whatever. So I've been talking to Sunshine. Sunshine kept talking about GSPartners. So I got in GSPartners, got my mom a certificate. And also, I'm sorry I called you a few minutes ago. I got 4 more certificates I need to put in. So I'm responsible for my family wealth. And I'm going to make sure that everybody in my family do this.
Excellent. And the story that I'm going to tell on your behalf, Torvis, and definitely you can reach out to me and I'm going to help you with that certificate, is he says his mom wants to pay off the house and she's got enough money to pay it off. You know, it's in the 80,000s. I'm not going to go to the exact amount. And he was trying to tell her, Mom, there's a better way. Right now, she could get a Hera package for 60,000. Do you know if she withdrew weekly, that would net her over 80,000 right there. And guess what? The rest that would compound, she would have over $275,000 in her pocket, and she gets to keep her savings account and she gets to keep her bonus load. He is trying to get her to see the benefits of letting her money work for her, and she's going to come out so far ahead. So I'm confident that, us talking to Mama, because when he purchased the package for her, she was in the background. I'm congratulating her on that package. We're going to definitely get her to see the value of putting your money to work for you. And that's the story I'm going to close with. Dr. Ty Best, did you want any closing words before we go? And then Mr. Delco, are you done?
I don't have anything absolute outstanding call, man. God knows I don't know what else to say. Really beautiful call. all beautiful people. I feel so blessed to be here. To God be the glory. Ow.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Mr. Michael, yes.
Tampa.
What'd you say?
And everyone is coming in Tampa next week. Me
Yeah.
and the boys. Me and the noise. It's just me and the boys.
Okay, all right. Mr. Delco, any closing comments from you?
Yeah, I was inspired by Dr. Best when he said he was coming to Tampa. Had some things really going on, but I will be in Tampa as well. Here's the thing. We just got back from Jamaica, and we were putting our Papa to rest. His last wishes were to be placed in the Caribbean, and we did that. It was devastating. It was the worst feeling I think I've ever had in my life, to release an urn into the mighty, infinite feeling ocean. I felt like I did something wrong, but it was his desire. And had a good brother to call me and give me some kind of almost grief counseling on that. But here was the thing. My 78-year-old mama, she was there, Monisha's mother, she was there. We got to be on we got a private yacht. We took it out in the Caribbean, just the five of us, because he just has two granddaughters, Monisha's daughters. The five of us went out on the yacht, spent 2 hours out there. The weather was terrible. We got rained on. When we got back to the resort, we sat down in the buffet to eat, and this little cat came and sat below our table, just laid down and stayed there the entire time. Wasn't asking for food, wasn't looking at it, just laid down. It was a sign. And we got to talk to Mama about coming to stay with us. She was just being super generous and giving out tips to all the people. It was just this love circle happening, this transition of life. And it said to me, Mama and Papa have been working in retirements. Their retirements stopped when Papa passed. His retirement stopped for her. And there's zero money issues. This product, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to stretch yourself. And I gotta say, as Dr. Best said, this was a phenomenal idea. Whoever's idea it was, I think Sherry Brown's idea. I think Sheila Abram was the perfect person, because she's got that parliamentarian in her, but then the energy on this call. Y'all, thank y'all for participating and bringing your story in, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this call right here is better than all the marketing tools we have.
Yes.
It's better than every marketing tool we have, because these are real life applications. The gentleman who said he just got started, the person who said they're taking their CD out, and Mr. Nate Hines. This call tonight, you watch your back office, because we're really helping people. That gift to Mr. Williams, that's not coming from me. That's not coming from me. That's coming from this energy that's been created in this culture. That $2,000 will come back so fast I won't even miss it, because we have found the key. Folks, don't be afraid of this one. Go hard. Don't be. There's so much volume coming from Miss Abrams' team. That line has almost got me capped out, and I'm never capped out. They get it. And that's why I said, Miss Abrams, you were the perfect person to share this testimonial night tonight with Wealth Builders Worldwide. We are the best. Miss Abrams, great call. And back to you, sister. Everybody have a great night.
Now, Mr. Delco said that he feels I was the best person for this call. But what I want you to get out of this, everyone, and we had we at one point over 300 people on here. I want each and every one of you to know that all we're asking you to do is share the excitement. I'm not saying share a breakdown. See, that's for leaders. That's a person's exposure, maybe 4 down. Right now, what they need to hear from you are the very stories that were on this meeting tonight. That is the peak interest. I wanted to arm each and every one of you who have a certificate, who are compounding right now, should already have a piece of paper with at least 5 names on it. That the story you shared with us tonight, you can share with them. I want you to do that. I don't believe in giving homework, but I want to give some homework. If you are compounding, what 5 people can you share how your money is making you money? That's all I want to know. So with that being said, top of the hour, I'm done.